Shortcut dolma. This is my take on Iraqi dolma. If you or your grandma or your mom make it differently, I could care less. Just keep swiping. What I like to do is just like prep everything. So I'm going to get an onion. I just do a white onion and then just cut off the ends. And then we're going to cut it in half, but not all the way through. Let me show you. So for your onion, you're going to just cut from here towards the middle, just like that. And that's it. So I'm going to boil my onions. I like to boil them for about like 10 or so minutes just so I can get a little soft and we can wrap them. Unfortunately, I don't have any fresh grape leaves, so I'm doing the canned or I guess the jarred. I'm going to boil these as well because I like to get them a little bit softer and kind of take off all that excess like citric acid and salt that's on them. Prep our rice. First thing you're going to do is grab your measuring cup. I'm using this one and I'm going to do 1.5 cups of rice and just make sure you wash it till it runs clear. I get chuck roast meat and then I crown it. So I just put it in my food processor so it gets super duper tiny like this. Since I did 1.5 cups of rice, I do a 1/2 cup extra of meat. So I just stuff the same one. Don't worry, I disinfect this after. And I'm going to do 2 cups of this and dump this into your bowl. So you're going to mix everything in. While I'm prepping everything, I like to put a little bit of oil to the pot that I'm going to cook. And then also put some bone-in short rib. And I'm going to sear this on each side before I even cook anything. This, back to this bowl. The rice that's all washed and clean, dump it in there. I'm going to do a rough chop. In my food processor, I'm going to do 1 whole yellow onion. And then 1 big handful of garlic. 1.5. Should look like that. Dump it in here as well. We're going to add in 2 cans of tomato paste. Should look like this. Now let's season the baby up. Don't be shy on seasonings, but also don't overadd because you can taste and like add more if you need more. Salt. I eyeball everything. I just did like, you saw. Honestly guys, I'm sorry. I like a lot of black pepper, but if you don't want too much of like a kick, don't add too much. And then baharat. This is going to give it that Dolma flavor. It's also known as 7 spice. You're going to put, starting with 2, it's like over 2 tablespoons. And then you can mix this all up and then taste what else you need. I'm going to do 2.5 because I like extra flavor. Lemon doozy, also known as citric acid. I like my Dolma super duper sour. If you don't add as much as me. But I'm going to be adding a lot. And I don't care if it's bad for you. And I don't care about, I just like it. Worry about yourself. Now we're going to get in there and mix this whole thing up like crazy. I started mixing and I forgot I like to put a little bit of olive oil in there and then mix again. This sounds disgusting, but I always take a little dot, put it in my mouth just to taste the flavor, and then I spit it out. You gotta know what it's like. My mom has done this, my grandma's done this forever. It's fine. I tried it, and then I added a little bit more black pepper to it. It should look like this when it's ready to be stuffed. When the onions expand and get soft like this, they're ready. I'm just gonna dump it out, put some cold water. I like to stuff a couple jalapenos because they taste delicious with it. Cut off like the head of it, but keep the head of it. I have this like core thing. I'm gonna just core everything out so I can stuff it. And then you just like that. So when you're stuffing the zucchini, you always want to put it in the pot like this, so no rice like or anything kind of falls out. That's why I keep the heads of these two, put it on top when you're stuffing and putting in the pot. It's gonna expand, so you don't want to overstuff these as well. Just stuff them in, just like that. Fill it like almost to the top, but not all the way to the top. This is the pot that I seared everything with, and we're gonna just start layering. Let's do the onions and the grape leaves first, that way everything is kind of even, and then put the jalapenos and the squash at the top. So first thing you're gonna do is grab the onion, and then you're going to stuff. You're not gonna overstuff it. A lot of people think you need to put a lot of the meat. You just need like a small, half a handful. And then you're going to put it here at the end. And this one's a bigger one, so I'm gonna put a little bit more. And then you're going to tuck and roll. Just like that. Keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling. Make it tight. I'm sorry if you hear my kids. And then once it's all rolled like that, we're going to just start layering. I got this thing today, guys. It's called a Dolma. And it's supposed to wrap your Dolma for you, so we're going to try it out. I got the Dolma leaves. I like to do like the rough side facing like on top. That way we don't see that part because it looks ugly. And then I think you just literally stuff it in there. Put some meat in there. And then